Okay, children, I hope that you had a very delicious snack, okay? And let's begin. Let's continue, okay, with this video that is Think Tank, okay? On page 171, this is our homeschooling page, remember? Please open your book on Think Tank 171, okay? It is this page, right? Okay, the stock market. The first question is about this. If you could buy part of any company, what company would you want to buy? And explain your answer. I'm not going to wait here, but you can pause the video. Please pause the video and answer this question, okay? All right. So let's do this. After you have answered this, we are not going to read, well, you have to read it in your house to make clear things, but I'm going to explain this text, I'm going to explain it in this form, okay? The stock market. Imagine that Google is a company that worth $5 million. These $5 million, in order for Google to make more money, to have more investors, people that can give them money to grow, it is divided into 5 million shares. That means 5 million parts, okay? Every part is called a share. When you buy one share, you become a shareholder. Okay? So, if the company makes more money because they are doing the job very well, the value of the share grows. That means if you bought one share, the value of your share will grow. But in the other case, if the company loses money because the business is not so good, the value of the share shrinks or decreases. That means the value is going to be less, okay? So we already know that these parts in which the company is divided, they are called shares. And when you own or you buy a share, you become a shareholder. Okay, shareholders receive a digital certificate. It's not a paper, it's a digital certificate that represents their share ownership. This certificate is called a stock. And stocks are bought and sold in the stock market. Okay? Remember that I told you that we can buy part of companies. Okay? So we can buy or sell these stocks. Where? In the stock market. The prices of the stocks can rise, that means go up, or fall, go down, every minute. These prices of the stocks can change every minute of every day. So people play the stock market. That means that they buy a stock and sell it at a higher price to make more money on their investments. So imagine that you are a shareholder of Google and you bought one share that is a digital certificate that is called, the name of this is a stock, and you receive this digital, and if the company does the business very well, your stock is going to be worth more. But if the company doesn't do the job well, remember that this is going to be decreasing. Okay? So let's continue in our book. Okay, that was this explanation. You can read it in your house with more time if you have any question, okay? So let's continue. Thomas is given the option to invest in the following stocks. So let's remember, stocks are parts of companies, okay? Are digital certificates that tells you that you own a part of a company, okay? And Thomas decided to buy 5 shares of TikTok watches. You can see here TikTok watches. The company is this. And the price per share is this. He decides to buy 5 shares of TikTok watches and 3 shares of big budget movie company. Here is big budget movie company. How much does Thomas invest altogether? So what do we have to do? I'm going to give you a moment so you can answer this, and in a moment I'm coming with you and check the answer, okay? So check if you understood. Please pause the video in this moment and try to answer this question, okay? Thomas decides to buy 5 shares of TikTok watches and 3 shares of big budget movie company. How much does Thomas invest all together? Okay, so let's see. If he decides to buy 5 shares of TikTok watches, that means every share worth $45 and 3 shares of big budget movie company that each one worth 89. How much will we have here? After doing, we have to have $492. Is that right? Did you get the same answer? Very well, I knew you could do it, okay? Then let's continue, okay? Here on page number 172, we have our problem, okay? You have to read it very, very careful. Check what they are asking you and answer it, okay? And this is going to be the work for today. So I'm going to read it with you. Meg is giving the option to buy shares of Global Tech or Chatter phones. The chart, that means this chart, shows how much a share in each company is worth on January 1st. Meg decides to invest in Global Tech since it is worth more. She buys 5 shares. So, they are giving us the date. Remember that shares change their prices every moment, okay? In January 1st, Global Tech shares worth $48. Chatter phones worth $31, okay? Let's understand. To find out how much Meg's investment is worth, multiply the price per share by the number of shares. Each share is worth how much? Meg bought how many shares? So, we are going to do this together. Pause the video, try to solve it, please, and then we come back, okay? All right, did you find the answer? They are giving us here the first clue to solve our problem. So it says, to find out how much Meg's investment is worth, multiply the price per share by the number of shares. Okay? Each share is worth how much? $48. Very good. $48, right? Each share worth $48. Okay? Let's see why it is 48. Because here in the problem it says Meg decides to invest in global tech since it is worth more. So global tech shares worth 48. Each share is worth 48. Yes? Meg bought how many shares? We have it here. How many? 5. 5 shares, right? Five shares. We have it here. Okay? So, So with this information, we can solve the next problem, okay? Let's see. Solve. The chart shows the value of each stock over time. Because remember that here we said that this price was only for January 1st. But we already know that shares change their prices every moment. So in April 1, Global Tech, the shares of Global Tech worth 43 and 50, okay? And the charter funds 33 and 10. In July 1, $40 with 99 cents and $36.78. In October, in Global Tech worth $37 and charter funds $39. Okay? So each one of these changed in these dates. Now the questions are, how much was Meg's investment worth in January 1st? And how much is it worth on October 1st? So you have to write here how much was Meg's investment in January and how much was Meg's investment in October. Then you have to answer this. If Meg were to sell her shares on October 1st, how much money would she earn or lose from her investment? Yes? Remember that we have here the dates, and in each date the prices are different. These stocks worth different prices. So if Meg were to sell her shares on October, the shares that she bought here, okay, if she would like to sell them in October, how much money would she earn or lose from her investment? And the last question, it's a reflect question. Is it a good idea to invest in a stock just because it is worth the most money? Do you think it is a good idea to invest in a stock just because this stock worth more money? What do you think? You have to write here. Yes or no, and why, okay? So this is the work for today, children. So you have to send me these pages, okay? 19, phonology 19 and 21, language 79 and 80, and think tank 171 and 172. Don't forget to take this into consideration, please, children. And, okay, we'll come back tomorrow, okay, for the new work, okay? Thank you very much, and bye-bye.